Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're diving into a pretty profound idea from Eastern philosophy, one that asks, what if the sacred and the mundane, the enlightened and the confused, what if they aren't separate at all? We're going to explore a text that claims they're just two faces of one single reality. And yeah, it challenges some of our most basic assumptions about the world.
Okay, so let's jump right in with a pretty radical idea from our source text. It says that our Buddha nature, that inner spark, our potential for enlightenment, and Dharma nature, the very essence of the world around us, they're not just connected. Get this, they are the exact same thing. We just give them two different names, but underneath, it's all one reality. This immediately brings up a huge question. One that seems to fly in the face of everything we experience, right? How on earth can the incredible peace of an enlightened being and the messy, chaotic anxiety we all feel from day to day, how can they be made of the very same stuff? That's the core puzzle we're going to try and unpack.
And what's really fascinating is we aren't the first ones to puzzle over this, not by a long shot. This exact paradox was brought up thousands of years ago in a conversation with the Buddha himself.
So here you have this deity, Brahma, basically asking the question for all of us. He's saying, look, Buddhas come from pure, good karma. The rest of us, we're kind of stuck in a cycle that's driven by negative karma. These two things seem like polar opposites. How can you possibly tell me they're one and the same? It's really the ultimate question of pure versus impure.
The Buddha's answer, and really the key to this whole teaching, it all comes down to understanding one single crucial term. You can think of it as the master key that unlocks this whole apparent contradiction. And that key concept is karmic consciousness. Now, this isn't just your personal scorecard of good deeds and bad deeds. No, it's something way, way more profound. It's described as the fundamental fabric of existence itself. It's the one, single, conscious energy that gives rise to, well, everything.
And to give you an idea of the scale we're talking about, the text says that the entire cosmos, the light of the sun, the moon, all the stars, is nothing more than the natural, inherent light of this one karmic consciousness.
But it's not just the stuff out there in space. It's also the source of our whole inner world. All of our emotions, from the deepest sorrows to the highest joys, all our love and our hate, they're all described as just manifestations bubbling up from this one single source.
And it goes even further than that. All of our life circumstances, getting praise or getting blamed, being wealthy or being poor, these are also just expressions of this one source. They're like the rising and falling tides in one single ocean of karmic consciousness.
So here's the really crucial point. This idea totally reframes our entire world. It just dissolves all the hard lines we draw between the different parts of our lives and shows them all to be expressions of a single, unified whole.
So this one essence, it's everything we think of as separate. It's our frustrations and our moments of clarity. It's life and nirvana, good karma and evil karma. All these pairs of opposites are, from this point of view, just different expressions of the exact same reality.
Okay, so this brings us right back to Brahma's big question. If it's all one thing, why does it feel so divided? Why does my life feel so different from a Buddhist? Well, the text explains that it's not a difference in what things are, but a difference in how we see them. It's all about perspective.
Think about it like this. When we're operating from a place of delusion or confusion, what do we see? A world of separate things, right? Individual people, all suffering in their own way. But if you could shift to a state of enlightenment, you'd see the same world, but you'd perceive its unified, excellent nature underneath it all. Same reality, just seen through two totally different lenses. The text gives us this beautiful analogy. It says, consciousness is like water. The water itself never changes. It's always just water. But it'll take on the shape of whatever container you pour it into, whether it's curved or straight. So the question becomes, what's the shape of your perception? Because the water just conforms to it.
And here's another really powerful image to help this land. Consciousness is like a perfect mirror. It reflects everything that appears in front of it, good, bad, sacred, mundane, without any judgment and without ever becoming separate from the reflection. The mirror and the image it holds are all part of one single thing happening.
So if reality is just a reflection in this one big mirror of consciousness, what does that mean for our whole search for wisdom? Well, it kind of means our entire approach has to change.
And this is where the text makes a really bold claim. It says this core insight, this direct understanding of non-duality, isn't just another teaching you read in a book. It is the very marrow, the living heart
of all spiritual scriptures. All the other words, all the other texts, they're just the skin on the outside. The real truth is this direct perception of reality. And that leaves us with one final pretty provocative thought to chew on. If our own lives, with all the joys and sorrows, the wins and the losses, are the ultimate unwritten scripture, then the real challenge isn't just about studying ancient texts. It's about learning how to read the book of our own experience and maybe, just maybe, seeing this unified, non-dual reality in every single moment.